Hai and salam guys, welcome to the Confirm Goal. Hari ini saya akan fokus dekat ThomasCup yang akan berlangsung dekat Horsens, Denmark dari 24 April hingga 3 Mei. Hari ini untuk video ini saya akan fokus buat team preview dalam each group, and then saya juga akan bagi saya prediction for each group. So video kali ini saya akan fokus dekat group A. Kalau kita tengokkan group A, kita ada China, India, Australia and Canada. Okay guys, now kita akan fokus dekat negara China. For men's single China, they got Shi Qi, Li Shifeng, Wang Honyang, Lu Guangzhu. For men doubles, they got Wan Chang, Lia Wenkang, Chen Bonyang, Liu Yi, He Jitang, and Ren Xiangyu. China is the top seed for this tournament, and they have a strong team and pretty standard team for this event. So kalau kita tengok for China, Shi Qi, recently he got to good form. He already get on the right track, and then kalau kita tengok sebelum ini, dia ramai orang kata that Shi Qi perform is dropping after his All England loss. But Shi Qi told that in All England, before All England, he did not train well for the tournament. But I think Shi Qi, he going to be as factor for this team. As the first single, I think he consistently going to deliver point for this team. And since the first single looking good, for me, China, I think second single is not convincing for me. Second single, most probably I think Li Shifeng going to be there. But Li Shifeng last year at the World Tour final, he had an ankle problem. Tahun ni tahap bersama dia boleh katakan 50-50. Seem like not convincing for me whether he can deliver points or not in single platform. And number 3 single, they got Wan Honyang. He is up and down also in this year. And then Lu Guangzhu as a fourth player. Lu Guangzhu tahun ni dia tarik diri dari kejuaraan Asia. Saya tak pasti kenapa sama dia cedera ke atau tidak. Things happen in the behind the scenes, so I did not got a proper report and news about him. And then I rasa there's a lot of question mark and doubts for China team. What they're going to do with their single platform. And then now we move to doubles. If you tengok dekat doubles in China, they got Wang Liang. Wang Liang this year, he win India Open 750, semi-final in German Open, but they lost to India youngest pair in All England. And then they lost at the Hong Kong Super Series 1000. Bagi saya, setiap pasukan diorang tak nak lihat diorang punya men doubles pair, they are performing declining. When they entering in huge big tournament like a ThomasCup, they expect their men doubles have a consistent performance across all tournaments before they come into ThomasCup. I think it's going to be a huge problem for China when determining which pair they're going to put for each game. Positive side bagi saya nampak dia orang punya Chen Bonyang and Liu Yi. They are nampak strong. This year they win the German Open, semi-final All England, but they lost second round in Asian Championship. And this year, ThomasCup going to be a debut for them. Kemungkinan besar, based on their current form this year, China might put them as a number 1 choice in doubles. And their third pair, He Jitang and Ren Xiangyu. He Jitang sebelum dia dah kena ban, but tahun ni dia dah dapat masuk team China balik, and he had to slow start dekat Asian Men's Team Championship. And they also got into semi-final in Asian Championship and beat by a South Korea pair. But I think their presence in this team will be helpful because I think China they might put a scratch pair, tapi bergantung dengan their opponent. Maybe they will struggle at the India first pair who going to be a Satvik, Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty. Bagi saya, this group stage is going to be important for China because in this group stage, China they can fix the KPI. Okay, based on the KPI they have is which doubles they can select, which double is strong for the knockout stages. And then overall, in my opinion, I think China is very strong. They have some holes and weakness based on their players' current performance. But as the defending champions, diorang tak boleh pandang rendah dekat opponent lain, and they have to take the group stage as a serious game to defend the title. And they're going to have a huge challenge in this team. The challenge is going to be is India for them. Okay guys, check the India. Now I'm going for India team. For me personally, I feel India is very strong team on paper. They bring 5 singles player, 2 doubles player, and Drun Kapila. He is a mixed double player, but also he used to play man doubles in his past. For man singles, India got Lakshya Sen, Srikanth Kidambi, H.S. Pranoy, Ayush Shetty, Kiran Gios. In doubles, Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy, Chirag Shetty. Second doubles, Hariharan Amsara Karunan, M.R. Arjun. And then obviously they didn't break his pair. He is, as I mentioned, he can play mixed and man doubles. Drun Kapila. Okay, for me personally, player to focus in India is Lakshya Sen and Ayush Shetty. Why? Lakshya Sen, dia adalah All England runner-up. And Ayush Shetty, he qualified to final Asia Championship and he lost to Shiki. For me, personally, I feel Ayush Shetty, he have earned spot in ThomasCup after impressive performance in this year. According to Badminton Association of India, BAI, selection untuk pasukan ini, diorang select this pasukan based on the BFWI rankings of March 10. And then, why I'm saying Ayush Shetty is going to be a player to focus in this tournament. Ayush Shetty during the Asian Championship, he beat Kunwalut Wititan from Thailand. He is silver medalist in Olympic 2024 Paris. Jonathan Christie, Li Shifeng. This is an interesting point. I think Ayush Shetty he will play against Li Shifeng in group stage in ThomasCup when India play against China. And playing style for Ayush Shetty, for me, he has a bit similarity with Victor Assassin. His defense is solid. He had a good recovery and retrievals. He has a great fitness. Maybe there will be some issue in terms of lack of experience. Can be one of the factor for him to struggle. But for me, this year I won't pick India as a dark horse. I think India they can progress to semi-final. Final maybe, but for me I think semi-final they can progress without any problem. And then another player in India. For each team, even though there is a youngsters, there should be a leaders in this team. For me, in this team, the leaders is going to be Srikanth Kidambi and H.S. Pranoy. Srikanth Kidambi during previous ThomasCup, where India won against Indonesia, Srikanth Kidambi was a second choice in men's single. I think his experience is going to play a huge role in this team. And then Pranoy, he's also a senior player in the squad, but I'm not sure who's going to play in the number 2. If you see in India, Lakshya Sen, for sure he's going to be number 1 men's single. Tetapi dekat position number 2, 3, India have multiple choice. Srikanth Kidambi, Pranoy, Ayush Shetty and Kiran Josh. I am not sure who's going to be in the number 2 and number 3 position. And then we move to the doubles platform for men doubles. And I think India, they're going to rely on their first pair, who is going to be Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty. Because why I say India going to rely on them, their second doubles, Hariharan Amsara Karunan, M.R. Arjun, kalau kita tengok, in my point of view, when I watch their game and their current records, diorang tak ada record, clean record or winning record against top 5 pair or top 10 pairs. Their performance is inconsistent. So I think Satvik Sairaj Ranki and Chirag Shetty, they need to step up and win a points for India in doubles platform. And then I think India boleh layak ke knockout stage as I mentioned, but dia akan rasa susah sikit ketika India berlawan menentang pasukan Canada. Dia mungkin akan struggle when they meet Canada. For me, in conclusion, I think India have a strong and balanced team. Now, for me, the possible lineup, my favorite lineup, I want to see India when play against China, Australia and Canada. First single, Lakshya Sen. Second single, maybe I will see Kidambi. And third single, Ayush Shetty. And then Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty as a first man double. And then for me, I think maybe Hariharan Amsara Karunan and M.R. Arjun going to be a second double choice. But personally, my choice, I prefer India use crash pair in their second double. I want Kapila and then MR Arjun to play as the men doubles too. Okay guys, now we move to Canada. Bagi saya, for my opinion, in Canada they got two strong men singers. It's not my opinion. On paper, they got two strong men singers, Brian Young and Victor Lai. Kenapa saya kata Brian and Victor Lai going to be two strong men singers for Canada? Based on their current performance, Victor Lai, he is a semi-finalist and bronze medalist in the World Tour final last year at Paris. And then he also won Panama Championship. And then Brian Young, he is a very strong player for Canada based on his recent performance. And then saya rasa previously I mentioned that India maybe they will struggle when meet Canada. Why? In single platform, maybe I will say Lakshya Sen against Brian Young or Victor Lai, and their second singles, maybe Srikanth Kidavi or whoever, they will play against Brian Young and Victor Lai. If India managed to get 2 points from Brian Young and Victor Lai, it will be easy for India to win the match against Canada. But if they did not win points, I think Canada they can beat India easily. But I'm not sure what's going to happen in that match. And then saya rasa Canada boleh upset team like China also. But how they're going to upset the China? For me, it is going to be a single platform. And their double platform is not promising for me. I think in this group stage, they're going to finish third. And then, as I mentioned, India going to have a huge pressure in their first single and second single. And maybe, I think for me, we can see Brian Young and Ayush Shetty playing against each other. It's going to be an interesting match for me in this group. In this group, for me, the match to focus is India and Canada. My prediction for this team is China finish first, India second, Canada third, and then also going to be a fourth. Okay, so guys, this is my prediction and preview for this team. You guys drop your comment. Which team in this group will finish in number 1 and number 2 and will qualify to knockout stage? If can, you guys also can predict who's going to win this tournament.